Welcome back, fellow coin enthusiasts and treasure seekers. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatic gold mines, specifically the Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, a piece that many mistake for pocket change, but could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands, in the right condition. Buckle up, because we're about to count down the top 3 most valuable and expensive Susan B. Anthony dollars ever struck. Could one of these be hiding in your collection or change jar? Let's get started. First up, what if I told you that a dull, forgotten coin, gritty, stained, and nearly overlooked, could hold the key to a small fortune? What if that dirty 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar in your change jar or tucked inside an old drawer isn't just a coin, but a ticket to potentially life-changing wealth? Today, we unravel the true story, value, and shocking market demand behind the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, a misunderstood numismatic legend that could surprise even seasoned collectors. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was launched in 1979, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman from American history. Her stern portrait replaced traditional allegorical female figures like Lady Liberty, marking a monumental step in both coinage and gender recognition. It was a bold move by the U.S. Mint, honoring a fierce activist for women's suffrage and civil rights, Susan B. Anthony herself. The P. Mint mark on your coin reveals that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the largest producers of U.S. currency. Now let's talk design, because even in dirty condition, the details of this coin are powerful. The obverse, front, features Susan B. Anthony's profile, designed by Frank Gasparo, whose engraving captures her strong jawline and intense gaze. Her portrait is encircled by 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies, with the inscriptions Liberty above and In God We Trust to the right. The date 1979 anchors the bottom, with the P. Mint mark tucked neatly near the neckline, identifying its Philadelphia origin. On the reverse, back, the coin showcases a majestic American eagle landing on the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch, a design inspired by the Apollo 11 insignia. This space-age tribute represents the American spirit of exploration and peace, further cementing the coin's historical significance. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $1. Even in dirty or circulated condition, the unique moon landing motif remains an unforgettable symbol of American pride. When it comes to specifications, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is crafted from a copper-nickel-clad composition. The outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. It weighs 8.1 grams, with a 26.5 millimeters diameter and a reeded edge, giving it a solid and distinctive feel. It was originally intended to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar, offering a more compact, modern coin, but the public often confused it with the quarter, making it unpopular in circulation. Now to the part that everyone wants to know. How much is it worth? In dirty or circulated condition, a typical 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar usually fetches $1.25 to $3 depending on surface wear and visibility of the details. But that's just the starting point, because this coin hides secrets that only a keen eye can uncover. You see, 1979 is a year with a variety of minting errors and rare die types, especially in the Philadelphia issue. One of the most famous is the wide rim or near-date variety, where the date appears unusually close to the rim of the coin due to a die variation. These can command $20 to $60 in circulated condition, and over $500 in mint state. Combine that with any off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, or weak edge reading, and you've got yourself a potential jackpot. Now imagine this, 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar with a verified mint error and graded MS67 or higher can fetch upwards of $1,000 to $5,000 depending on the rarity and condition. And rare combinations of errors have occasionally appeared at prestigious coin auctions, shocking collectors with values well over $10,000. Yes, that's 5 figures for what started as a grimy coin that most people wouldn't glance at twice. In today's collector market, the The demand is surging for early Susan B. Anthony dollars, especially those from 1979. With renewed interest from younger collectors, content creators, and global investors, coins once deemed too common are now under the microscope. Dealers are actively hunting these pieces at estate sales, online platforms, and private collections, hoping to score that 1 in a million find. And if your coin has even the slightest anomaly, it might just be what they're looking for. So, what should you do with your dirty 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar? Don't clean it. Never clean a coin, as it can destroy its value. Instead, use a magnifier to inspect the date spacing, the mint mark, and both the obverse and reverse for anything unusual. If it looks promising, consider submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade or error-verified certification could instantly multiply its market value. In conclusion, the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, yes, even in dirty, circulated condition, is a symbol of bold design, social progress, and space-age ambition. But more than that, it's a coin that holds hidden potential, a silent investment that might just explode in value if it meets the right collector's eyes. So whether you're a casual enthusiast or a serious numismatist, don't overlook this small, heavy-hitting dollar. It could very well be your millionaire moment waiting to happen. Next up, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar in extra fine condition could be worth a fortune. Here's why. What if I told you that sitting quietly in your pocket change, or tucked inside your old collection binder, is a coin with history in its veins, mystery in its minting, and the power to change your financial future? Yes, we're talking about the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, minted in Denver, bearing the rare and sturdy D. mint mark and preserved in extra fine condition. This is no ordinary dollar. This is a forgotten revolution in your hand, a coin that once stirred controversy, only to rise decades later as a hotbed of collector intrigue and rising value. Let's journey back to 1979. America was bracing for change, political, social, and economic. Amidst this whirlwind, the U.S. Mint made history by honoring Susan B. Anthony, a fierce and fearless leader of the women's suffrage movement, with her own coin. It was the first time in American history that a real, non-allegorical woman appeared on U.S. currency. And this wasn't just any coin. It was a dollar coin, a denomination symbolizing national importance. What makes your 1979 D dollar especially significant is that it was produced at the Denver Mint, known for high-quality strikes and limited-run errors, making these coins uniquely desirable. Turn the coin over in your hand, and you'll immediately feel its bold design power. On the obverse front, Susan B. Anthony's portrait, engraved by the legendary Frank Gasparo, stares with resolve and purpose. Around her are 13 stars, one for each original U.S. colony, while the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" offer a timeless American message. Below her chin lies the year 1979, and to the left of her shoulder, the small but important D. mint mark, confirming this coin was struck in Denver, a key identifier for collectors seeking region-specific varieties. Now flip it over and prepare to be awed. The reverse side is a vision of American ambition and excellence. Featuring an eagle descending onto the moon's surface, this design was adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, a direct nod to America's greatest space achievement. The eagle clutches an olive branch, symbolizing peace, while the backdrop of the moon anchors the coin in a legacy of astronomical innovation. Wrapped around this dramatic scene are the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and of course, the denomination, $1. When it comes to technical specifications, this coin checks every box of a modern numismatic treasure. The 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is crafted from a copper-nickel clad composition, with the outer layers consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a solid copper core. It weighs 8.1 grams, spans 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and features a reeded edge, all giving it a compact, futuristic feel. It was introduced to replace the larger Eisenhower dollar, aiming to provide Americans with a smaller, more efficient coin, but its resemblance to the quarter doomed it, in everyday commerce. Today, that unpopularity has transformed into scarcity, and scarcity fuels value. Now let's dig into market value and collector demand. In basic circulated form, a 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar typically sells for around $1.25 to $3. But yours is an extra fine, XF, condition, and that changes everything. Coins in this state preserve much of the original strike detail, especially in the hair strands, feathers, and facial features. In today's market, an XF 1979 D can be worth $5 to $15, sometimes more if the eye appeal is strong. Still think that small change? Think again. Here's where it gets exciting. There are rare die varieties and minting errors known for the 1979 D issue, and they command staggering premiums. Look out for double die obverse, DDO, coins, where doubling appears in the lettering or numbers. Some 1979 D dollars also exhibit off-center strikes, filled mint marks, or die breaks, pushing values up to $100, $500, or even beyond $1,000 depending on the grade and rarity. A few specimens with multiple anomalies have been auctioned for well over $5,000, especially when slabbed and certified by PCGS or NGC. But that's not all. The 1979 D dollar plays a critical role in first year of issue collector sets, and this drives additional demand. Many collectors, especially from the US and overseas, actively seek pristine 1979 DS to complete date and mint mark trios with the 1979 P and 1979 S coins. This consistent demand ensures the 1979 D remains an evergreen target for numismatists, especially those looking for high-grade, untouched, or error-filled coins. In extra fine condition, your coin might not yet be a certified treasure, but it is well within striking distance of higher premiums. With the right variety, or a confirmed error, it could easily become a $1,000 plus asset. And in today's digital market, with platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and great collections, you don't have to wait long for a serious collector to recognize what you have. So what should you do now? First, do not clean the coin. Cleaning ruins value instantly. Instead, examine it carefully under a magnifier. Look for die doubling, off-centering, die cracks, wide rims, or anything unusual in the strike. Then, if the condition and uniqueness check out, consider grading it professionally. A certified XF coin with a rare error can explode in value, opening doors to wealth you never thought possible from a single dollar. In conclusion, the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar in extra fine condition is more than a collectible. It's a bold emblem of American progress, a coin born in revolution, minted in resilience, and surrounded by untapped wealth potential. While some see just a dollar, you now know the truth. This coin could be your chance at something extraordinary. Next up, the 1980 Susan B. Anthony dollar with P mint mark could make you a millionaire. Don't overlook this powerful coin. In the massive world of U.S. coins, few pieces spark as much debate, mystery, and sudden collector fire as the Susan B. Anthony $1 series. And if you've got the 1980 edition with the P mint mark in excellent condition, you might just be holding a hidden powerhouse of value. This isn't just another coin. It's a symbol of transformation, a modern rarity with growing collector demand, and potentially the most undervalued dollar in your change drawer. So today, let's take you deep into the world of the 1980 P Susan B. Anthony dollar and uncover how it could be your unexpected path to millionaire status. Let's start with the legacy. Following the controversial launch of the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979, the U.S. Mint continued the series into 1980, striking coins at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, due to the public's confusion over its similarity to the quarter, usage declined fast. But in numismatics, scarcity creates opportunity. And that's exactly why the 1980 P issue, in excellent condition, is now becoming a dark horse among collectors. The obverse, front, of the coin is where history meets strength. Designed by Frank Gasparo, it features a sharp, determined portrait of Susan B. Anthony, the civil rights titan who led the charge for women's voting rights in America. She's surrounded by 13 stars, with liberty arched above her head, and in God we trust, flanking her right. Below the neckline is the date, 1980, and to the right of her shoulder, you'll spot the small but crucial P mint mark, confirming this coin was minted in Philadelphia, the same city where the Constitution was born. Now flip it over. The reverse is an absolute showstopper. It features the Apollo 11 mission-inspired eagle, wings outstretched as it descends to the moon's surface, clutching an olive branch in its talons. This design, also by Gasparro, is a stunning tribute to American ambition in space and peace on Earth. Beneath the eagle's talons, the moon's cratered surface is perfectly textured, and surrounding the scene are inscriptions of United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and $1. The balance of symbolism and strength makes this reverse one of the most meaningful in U.S. coinage history. From a technical perspective, the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, a core of pure copper sandwiched between outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin weighs 8.1 grams, has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, and features a reeded edge. Its compact, space-age design was a leap forward at the time, making the dollar coin smaller and more efficient for use in vending machines and daily transactions. But now let's talk value, rarity, and millionaire potential, because this is where things get truly exciting. In excellent condition, defined as showing only minimal wear, strong luster, and sharp detail, the 1980 P can command more than just face value. While standard examples typically trade between $2 to $5, pristine versions can reach $10 to $20 and up, especially when eye appeal is high. But here's the twist. It's not just condition that makes this coin valuable. It's rarity within the rarities. Certain error varieties of the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar are known to skyrocket in value. Some of the most lucrative errors include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned on the planchet, valued from $100 to $500 plus. Clipped planchets, where a piece of the coin's edge is missing, often selling for $200 to $800. Double die obverse, DDO, a doubling in the text or features on the front, which can fetch $500 to over $1,000 in excellent condition. Wrong planchet errors, where the coin is struck on a foreign or transitional metal planchet, with some specimens going for $3,000 to over $10,000 at auction. And it doesn't end there. Collectors today are more obsessed than ever with first-generation series, especially coins that marked a historical moment. The Susan B. Anthony dollar fits perfectly in that niche. With new generations entering the hobby, prices of error-laden or certified high-grade 1980 P dollars are steadily climbing. There are confirmed sales of graded MS67 Plus coins that have broken the $1,000 barrier, and demand only continues to grow as these pristine coins become harder to find. Another driver of value? Misunderstanding and underestimation. Many casual collectors dismiss the Susan B. Anthony dollar as just a dollar, especially from non-silver years like 1980. That's a huge mistake. Hidden among them are a few numismatic unicorns, and those who recognize the signs early are the ones turning these coins into serious cash. So, what should you do if you've got a 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar in excellent condition? Here's the game plan. Handle with care. Never clean the coin. Scratching or polishing will kill its value instantly. Inspect under magnification. Look for doubling in the date, mint mark, or lettering. Check the rim for odd shapes, curves, or missing sections. Weigh it. A mis-weighted coin could indicate a wrong planchet strike. Send it for grading. A coin certified by PCGS or NGC in MS65 or higher can command big money, and a rare error could make it a five-figure prize. In conclusion, the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar in excellent condition is a coin most people overlook, and that's exactly why it holds millionaire potential. Its perfect storm of historic design, short production run, rising collector interest, and shocking error varieties mean this coin is no ordinary piece of metal. It's a beacon of hidden value, a modern treasure in plain sight.